dialed in
to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks.
And brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick, I still haven't gotten last time's episode up. I'm going to do that probably tomorrow. It's ready. It just isn't up.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to work on that tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get this one up fairly soon-ish. We're going to say soon-ish.
Yeah. We haven't been hitting good luck with anything.
So the eye candy asked me a couple days ago. He goes, "You guys going to keep doing weekly?" And I'm like, I don't know if we're going to keep doing weekly. And part of the reason for that is we've done this show for 4 years now, going on 5.
Yeah.
Do we have money things to talk about every week? Because then we tend to devolve into just what's going on in our lives, which
Right.
I'm happy to do that. I love getting together with you. But does the audience want to hear just everyday shit?
Well, saying that's the thing. We got to start figuring out, do we want to get viewership or do we want to get us getting together ship, right?
Right.
And it's hard. We are Bucks and Brews and we love talking about money and drinking beer. And but politics come into play quite a bit in this show, which isn't something I'm used to, right?
Or technically like.
Right. To say that definitely too.
I think we're going to have a politic episode coming up end of the month. Because you have a big election coming up.
Which I might leave for.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's a question I don't know the answer to.
You're not going to be here?
So are mail-in ballots already done?
No, you can request them now.
I can right now.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And I have mine at home. I need to vote.
Yeah. So we're starting bowling season soon.
Yeah.
Life is stressful.
You want a vacation?
I do. I definitely do. And my wife just took off the 4th to the 10th.
Yeah.
So
it's simple. You just go online and put in, how do I get an absentee ballot? You fill it out online and they'll mail it to you.
Never once in my life have I ever missed a vote. But this one, the one I'm running it, fuck it,
You
might
won't
as
be
well
here.
miss it, baby. Because vacation's way more important to me than, I don't know.
We're
being
getting
around
into the
to know.
episode already. Why don't you start us with our open?
Oh, guys, as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family.
What are you drinking, my friend?
Oh man, I am sponsored by the Grand Rapids Brewing Company that is no more. The Philanthropist, which I feel like one because I keep donating my fucking money to nothing. Barrel aged barley wine, 13.5%. That's a big doggy. I enjoy it. It's good drink.
I have a couple.
Okay,
So, and I'm sponsored by myself because I bought these myself.
because I'm a grown man.
From Oddside, I have a Weeby Jammin' wheat ale with peanut butter and raspberry.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
I have a lot of head right here, so I haven't actually gotten to the beer yet.
Never heard anybody complain about too much head.
I'm complaining a little bit first.
That's it.
Southern Tier, I have a caramel pumpkin, an imperial pumpkin ale,
Yeah. Huh.
8.6%.
You know what? I love Southern Tier.
I do too. They have good beers.
See that? Because I just had a pumpkin, the original, right? Just the other day, and I forget where are they out of.
That's good. I'd say like Maryland or something, but I could be wrong.
I guess this might not be on here, but I gotta find out. Because they're sold here in Michigan, like other places, but it's one place I'd like to get to.
You look that up. It's right here, New York.
Oh, here. Okay.
Lakewood, New York.
Go.
And then if I get done with those and I feel
Yeah.
a little froggy, I have one of our friends of the show, Destel Brewery, which gave us this exact beer, Hawaii 5 Ale.
Yeah.
So
I should go to Hawaii.
We need to get down to Steve's.
I know. I thought so. We haven't been on. Granted, the last episode isn't up and things like that, but yeah, it's funny. COVID has changed me quite a bit, and I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
I've become aware.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. But like, I think, we were talking about doing a podcast, and it was 2 weeks ago. Gosh, has it been like this is week number three, whatever.
Yeah, we were on 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so I end up getting really sick Sunday. Texted you, hey, this might not work. Monday, hey, I'm sick. Tuesday, I ended up in court that Thursday. But like, right, I was very, very sick on that Thursday. Like the
Yeah.
cough was like from the back of the chest, like all the way through, and um, like I have a residual currently. Um,
I
but
swear you had COVID.
right, and everybody's like, oh, COVID, COVID, and to me, I'm not going out. I'm not like why. To me, it's pointless to check. I'm not going out.
Yeah, you're not going to go expose people.
I just didn't do like right. I stayed in bed for 12 days or so until got. Problem is I really think I'm 90% better of what it is. It's that 10% that's taking forever for me.
Yeah.
Like, I still have some mucusy things or whatever, but it's like, oh, I should stop and take more time. But I missed a couple weeks of bowling for it. Like I was ready to get back into the grind of life. And you know me, like my life is I canceled every day. I canceled the stuff except for the court thing. But like, so I did go out for court because they forced me to,
Yeah,
and I
you
didn't
have
give a
to.
fuck about them, right? But otherwise, like, I mean, I canceled all, and then the night before, I'd be like, hey, I'm just not gonna make these things. Hey, I can't do this. All right, good reschedule for the next week. Next week came, and like, I literally canceled. So I canceled my whole life for 2 weeks. And what happens is, like tomorrow. I already told you I had plans tomorrow night, but like you can see tomorrow's list of
Yeah, you
things
got
to
like
do.
several things on there.
It's just filled. It's just purple, right? Like my other ones are like one purple thing a day. No, this is like an entire. I'm finally getting back out to do stuff, and so
Yeah,
yeah,
you're missing fun with me.
I am. Yeah, I say, but
I'm going to the Tigers game.
and if they do win when they win. That'll be great. If they don't, you are not allowed to go to any of my fucking World Series games. I'm just letting you know that. I will punch you in the wiener. So, I'm superstitious. People don't believe me, but I am,
Only
right?
about sports.
No, I
I'm only superstitious about sports.
I am as well in gambling
Nope,
for the most part.
not
Not
me.
not necessarily slots. That's just called an addiction, but like craps, right? I believe in the superstition of like I get into I like rhythms, right? So
Yeah.
like if I'm throwing dice and it's hey here, all right, dice, boom, stick, wait 5 seconds. If somebody tries to jump in, it always screws up, and it's like it's that super. So I believe in this. So I'll never jump in. I never do those types of things. You never talk about the number seven while you have a point.
You
That
never
type of
talk
thing.
about a perfect game.
Right. Well, I mean, people fucking do, right? But like, yeah, gosh, for sure. But yeah, I was going for 300. Oh gosh, it's been quite a few weeks now. And oh hey, how many you got? This and that. And I had the front nine. It's fine. Like, and again, it's weird. Yes, do I want to shoot another one? Right, I have quite a few. Do I want to? Yes, because I'm getting to the point where it's like I feel like I'll never shoot one again. But um, it also doesn't bother me because it's like, man, these people are interested and they care and they want whatever, and it's fine. You know, I'd rather them do it to me and learn that other people will tell them to shut the fuck up for the next person that actually
Yeah,
cares about. Because like
you've done
I
it.
get to go home and have pride for the night. I don't get a ring. I don't get anything. The USB-C sucks. I'm not afraid to admit that, and I hope we get huge and loud and they finally change something. But I get nothing, right? Maybe a piece of paper printed out by the office that says, "Hey, congrats," and but like it's
I
not
thought
what
you
it
got
used to be.
rings.
You used to back in the day for 298, 299, 300, 800,
Now you don't
900.
get shit.
Now you get one ring for a lifetime. Not even, and they took away 298, 299s. So it's strictly only 300, strictly only 800 series or 900 series. And you get one of each now.
How many 900 series are there?
There's been like 43 or something
So it's
now.
pretty rare.
Yeah, one
I
kid
would think.
one kid has two, but he also is a douchebag. And ruined what's called pre-bowling. So
Yeah.
your scores count for this, but like you can't get an honor score for pre-bowling because he shot two of them while pre-bowling, right? So nobody gets to really watch it and do that and trust whatever, and it's just kind of funny how it weirdly happens like that, right? You know. some people that we know, the greatest athletes in the world, they don't have them. So, and this guy magically has two of them. And I've watched him bowl, and I'll talk shit, but like, no, right? No chances. Like, you know, one, sure, I'll give it to you. Two, no way, bud. No way. You know? Um, yeah, so I'm trying to get healthy, I guess. And life's just been kicking me in the nuts along the way.
So I say we need to see Steve because you were sick when we were going to see him.
Yeah, sorry.
And right before that, I had gone to this awesome event at the Knickerbocker. It was with one of the founders of New Holland Brewing, and they were doing a live. Yeah, you were sick at home.
Really? It's saying you texted me?
I did text you.
Yeah, I just said I don't have any recollection.
You don't remember me texting you?
I'm not about that, I guess.
So they were doing a live podcast. So I got to sit in on a live podcast. They asked him, about starting the brewery and everything, and he had talked about how he built this up, wants to leave it to his kids, which made Dawn and I talk about what happens with break room. Is that something Caitlin might want to take over someday?
Oh,
And before the event, they had some samplings out. So like I got a 4-ounce taster of Ichabod, which I've had,
yeah.
but it was that or Dragon's Milk, which I've also had, and an IPA, which I won't drink. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take Ichabod. That's fine. So I'm drinking, my little 4-ounce taster, and they had some bourbon. And we had a beer barreled bourbon, which I don't like bourbon, but I feel like I should. I tasted this. It was so smooth and good. I loved it.
Yeah.
Maybe because it is, brewed in the Dragon's Milk barrels.
Okay.
And I mean they switch them back and forth. So they brew the bourbon in the Dragon's Milk barrel, and then they brew the Dragon's Milk in the bourbon barrel.
Yeah.
So I did really like it. So then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a beer. So I go and I'll order an Ichabod, and I go to pay, and they're like, no, it's open bar. Uh-oh.
Oh, oh no.
So I was really good.
Yeah.
I had that beer throughout the podcast. The podcast gets done. We take a brewery tour. This is not like the brewery tour we took at Grand Armory.
Yeah.
We went into the brewery, and one of the brewers sat there and talked to us about the beer, asked us if we had any questions, end of tour.
Oh, okay.
And we were like, all right. So Don's like, do you want another drink? Well, sure. So I went and I got a Dragon's Milk s'mores. Have you had the s'mores?
Yes.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I got a 5-ounce because I'm trying to be more responsible. Trying not to be a raging alcoholic.
Sure.
So I'm drinking that. Her and I are talking to the, owner of New Holland, discussing things, and I hope to have him on at some point. Dawn's going to breach that conversation because they started a dialogue. And I drink my 5 ounces.
Yeah.
And I have that stupid thought in my mind. I'm a man. I can handle 10 ounces.
Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman voiceover. He, in fact, is not a man and could not handle the 10 ounces. So while I'm drinking my 10 ounces of a 15% or whatever
Or
it is,
12,
something, I tell Dawn, I'm like, I really want that bourbon. So she goes and buys me the bourbon.
Oh no.
Now I get done with this drink. And she goes, I think it's time for us to go. Because now I'm a little tipsy.
Yeah.
A little more than tipsy. So I had a really nice night. And I had said to you in a text, I'm like, yeah, we got to go take this bourbon down to Steve and have a drink with Steve. Yeah, you don't remember any of this.
No.
Okay. So when we do our episode with Steve, we need to take this bourbon down because it is fucking delicious.
Okay.
And we need to schedule that soonish because
Yeah.
he's getting older and I want to do it before shitty weather hits.
Yeah, I'd like that too.
And I'd still like to do a political one right before the election.
Yeah.
I'd see if we can maybe get Joe on or Scott, one of the two of them.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And maybe we can get the professor and Mr. Lowry.
Let's say at least you're smart enough that you're working on your alcohol. I'm
I'm
not.
trying.
I'm not because I don't feel like I'm as far into it as you, I guess. And things are starting to change. I'm starting to get older, and so I guess I should preface this. So like things might change for me a little bit, but this week was Pulaski Days.
Yeah.
So Friday, I told my wife like, "Hey, I'm getting hammered." I did. I accomplished my goal. Saturday, had a couple later that night kind of a thing. Sunday, I went out with my wife's family. It was fine. It was just went to Perrin afterwards, right? And so then, I pick up the tab again this year for everybody, and it is what it is. I drank a crap ton there. I'm not gonna. And then go back to my brother-in-law's house. We do that. I go out with him he's playing hockey at night. It's like a 10:30 game, and I am smashed, right? Like, and I'm having a great time talking to all these other guys, talking trash with a bunch of random just
Dudes.
beer drinking hockey league
Yeah,
guys, right?
yeah,
And I buy for everybody
yeah.
the entire time. And it's $2 beers at this thing. Like I
They're
bought
cheap.
I bought a bucket. It was 12 beers for $24. So I bought a bucket and I was like, guys, hey, everybody, if you want one, it's yours. That one kind of finishes up. Buy another one. I was like, I don't care. My brother-in-law, he's the last one. So they're done by like 11:30. It's late, after they change. And I was like, hey, told the waitress, and I was like, hey, whatever any guy comes in here that they want, it's on me. She's like, really? Who's bringing you home and this and that? And I was like, man, I have a ride. Trust me, it's okay. Like, and again, I knew it was the last one.
Hmm.
Most people had left. Like, three people came in and took me up on the offer, right? So I paid $6 or whatever. Like, it wasn't too bad. $6 is what I might have paid. Maybe eight. I don't
Right.
fucking know. Cheapest part of my entire night. But like, I went through way too much money on Sunday.
Hmm.
And Monday, I finally got out of bed at like 12:30, and that was, it's funny because everybody always says, and it's been really weird to me because all of my friends are like, "Oh, hey, if you stop drinking, you start accomplishing more," and like this. I've never had that.
Hmm.
Like I've gone weeks, or I've probably gone month like without drinking.
Hmm.
Get busy in life and don't even notice it, right? Uh, and so then it was like Monday was like a finally an eye opener for me, where it was like, oh. It's because people just stay in bed and don't actually get up and accomplish anything. They're not the normal me. Like I used to drink, get back up at 7 o'clock or
And do shit.
3 o'clock. I had my day scheduled. I
Yep.
accomplished, and so it was like I never had this whole you're going to be so much more successful if you stop drinking. No, I was successful because I just had things to do and
Yeah.
like accomplish.
You just
Now-
knew you had to wake up and do shit, so there was no sleeping in and doing
Right.
nothing.
When I have the opportunity to do not like I finally now have the opportunity in life where it's like I don't have to go do anything. Like I'm just gonna stay here and milk this for a while. And 12:30, my wife's like, "Are you gonna fucking go do something? Like do this?" And I was like, "All right." So I left and accomplished a few things in my life. But I've never had that issue where it's like I couldn't control it or
Yeah.
now. Again, getting older, it's like, all right, I can sleep. All right, I guess I will, right? But like, if I mean, sure, has there been days where my daughter has, gymnastics or cheer at 7 in the morning and I'm hungover and, I not doing anything? I wasn't going to accomplish anything during that time except for watch her anyway.
Hmm.
So it's like, and then we go in and, get things done. So it's kind of different for me. But,
So I think that takes us into a good segue, something
Yeah.
we want to discuss today.
we want to discuss
So-
beers.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So I sent you a TikTok, and
Yeah.
this lady's talking about how she went out to the bar with her friend,
Yep.
and her friend picked up the tab, and then they went to another place, and she picked up the tab, and then later that night or the next morning, she got a Venmo request for
$10 for the beer.
whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Am I wrong? But if you pick up the tab at one place and I pick it up at the next place, aren't we even?" So I wanted to talk to you about this because I know you and I have definitive thoughts on this, and they're probably pretty close.
Yeah.
So it's a suspected spam.
Oh,
Should I?
put them on. Let's see.
This is Bucks and Brews. Hello. They're not going to answer us.
Oh,
Fuck you guys.
you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. What's up?
Calling on behalf of a public opinion firm on a recorded line with some questions. Do you have a favorable or an unfavorable opinion of Amazon?
Very unfavorable.
Is it correct?
Yes.
Ian Bucks and Brews.
A very unfavorable of Amazon. What about Walmart? Favorable or unfavorable of Walmart?
Very unfavorable. I hate them.
The options they have Here to mark or strongly agree, somewhat agree that it's employer, strongly disagree, somewhat disagree that it's employer.
Strongly disagree. Yep. No, they're not. They strongly disagree. Strongly disagree.
About their employees agree or disagree.
Disagree. Strongly.
So strong.
Disagree strongly. Yeah, I strongly disagree.
Employees well.
Somewhat disagree. I don't really know. We'll go with strong or somewhat disagree because I don't really know. Strongly disagree. Five. Agree. Disagree.
And their fulfillment and distribution centers are good for local economy.
Agree.
What about they create good jobs in communities and cheaper opportunities?
Disagree.
And what about they help small businesses succeed?
Disagree.
They provide valuable support to small and medium-sized businesses on Amazon.com.
Disagree.
They are a platform where small and medium-sized businesses grow.
Agree.
What about they're a safe place to work?
Disagree.
And recently, or in the past few weeks, you're called seeing any advertisements regarding Amazon?
Can't say that I recall seeing any.
Not recall?
No. No.
Amazon?
Not to my recollection.
Employees 401k matching on day one.
I have not heard that. Nope. Nope. Nope.
About the opportunity to take college or ESL tuition.
I have not heard any of that.
Well, training for career advancement being offered their employees.
No.
Thinking about access to free tech training programs.
No.
To ensure their employees have safe working conditions.
No.
Okay, and then recently, have you heard that 46% of people hired at Amazon for operation roles are previously unemployed?
No.
What about the over 60% of sales on Amazon are coming from independent sellers?
No.
Anything about over 40% of U.S. jobs Amazon creates are in small town America?
No.
Anything about their hourly workers being paid well?
No.
Anything about the hourly employees having comprehensive benefits?
No.
About them innovating to improve the employee experience?
No.
Have you heard that their fulfillment and distribution centers are bringing thousands of jobs to local economies?
I have not.
Have you heard they're providing shipping and logistics support to independent sellers?
No.
Providing marketing tools to independent sellers?
Paying for it.
No.
To pay for it.
Reducing workplace injuries year over year?
No.
Looking at steps they take to be a better employer?
No.
Posting anything in the news in the past few weeks regarding federal regulations related to Amazon?
I do not recall.
When was the last time that you purchased something from Amazon?
Yesterday.
How likely will you purchase in the next 30 days?
Probably will.
Should I go very likely or somewhat likely?
Somewhat likely.
Amazon Prime membership?
I do.
Not currently employed there though, correct?
No.
Any friends or family members that you know that are currently employed there?
No.
And what year were you born in?
1977.
1977?
Correct.
And what's the highest level of education you have completed?
I have a bachelor's degree.
And what is your race or your ethnicity?
I'm Middle Eastern.
And any Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish descent?
No.
And do you consider yourself liberal, moderate, or conservative?
Liberal.
Somewhat or closer.
Very.
Consider yourself Republican, Democrat, or independent?
Democrat.
Joe Biden, Donald Trump back in 2020.
Biden. No, she's 29. No.
Or the past week?
No. Nope. No.
Harvard Business Review?
No. No.
Washington Post?
No. Yes.
CNN?
No.
Big Journal?
No.
Yes.
No.
Entrepreneur?
No.
CNBC?
No. No. Definitely not. No. No.
One more set of questions. They'd like to know how often, if ever, do you go on Instagram? Daily, weekly, monthly, rarely, or never?
Weekly.
What about Facebook?
Daily.
LinkedIn?
Weekly.
YouTube?
Weekly.
Really?
No. Never.
And what about ad-supported streaming?
Weekly.
Okay, we're all finished. Thanks a lot for your time. Have a great rest of the day, okay?
You too.
Bye.
I wasn't really spam.
Yeah, say.
I might have to cut that out. That was a little boring.
It was nowhere near as fun. I mean, it was more fun for our facial expressions between each other than it was for these viewers.
Yeah, but if anybody has the podcast, listens to the podcast and doesn't watch us on fucking YouTube,
right,
they're gonna be like, "That was boring as shit."
yeah. Let's say we never said we were live action greatness. Okay?
No, definitely not.
Or
Or that we're professional at this.
right. Anyway, so back to it. All right, so David, you and I go
So
out.
we go out.
I pick up the first round tab.
Correct.
You get a beer, I get a beer. We say, hey, let's go to bar number 2.
Yes.
You pick up bar number 2's
Correct.
tab.
I get a beer. You get a beer.
Yep, we both agree.
Yep.
I'm drinking Bud Light both places. You're drinking
Whatever.
the same fucking beer.
Yeah.
At both places, right?
Well, that gets us into a different question. So let's say in the first scenario, we're both drinking Bud Light.
Yep.
So I drink Bud Light at the first place. I drink Bud Light at the second place. You drink the same thing.
Yeah.
Now we go home.
So the second bar, what do you drink at the second bar?
At Bud Light, just like you.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
And I go home and you go home. And then you get a Venmo request from me for $5.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I'd fucking laugh at you and be like, did I lose a bet? Like, what the fuck are you what are you fucking talking about, right?
Okay. Let's go from a different angle now.
Yeah.
We go to bar number 1. You pick up the tab.
Yep.
You get a Bud Light. I get a Southern Tier Caramel Pumpkin.
Yep. And I pick up the tab.
And you pick up the tab.
Okay.
Now we go to bar number 2. And we both get Bud Lights.
So let's be clear about this real quick. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So bar number 1, I have a $5 beer. You have an $8 beer. And just to be nice, right? So people know what we're talking about. You know, you have a $3 extra more beer than me.
Correct.
I picked up the tab.
You picked up the tab.
Okay.
So you spent $13.
Yep.
We go to bar number 2. Let's say we both get Bud Light.
Yep.
So it's $10 tab.
You picked up the tab.
Right.
Yep.
And now we go home. Would you send me a Venmo request for $3?
No.
Why?
It's not worth my fucking time. I mean,
Well, that's good.
I chose the Bud Light, right? That's what I wanted. It is a great beer. Yeah, actually. Wow. I was very sorry. I was so excited
caramel
about the
pumpkin.
caramel. Yeah, I say.
That caramel hits you.
Yeah, it's like and it's like you have caramel on top of that
Yes.
pumpkin pie and yeah, Southern Tier, the one thing they do really well is pumpkin. But yeah, so no, like I'll never send that. I've never will.
I wouldn't either.
You know, I mean,
So this girl basically ran into the situation where the next day she got a Venmo request from her friend
Mhm.
for the beer that her friend had bought for her.
right,
And she basically sent back an LOL
right,
because they each bought a beer.
yeah. You bought one.
Aren't you even?
Right, and sure, I have a buddy who picks up way more tabs than I do. Okay, I'm not gonna lie about that. He's He does. Like, he knows he's worth more than me, right? Um, but I always pick up one tab, here and there. So like, I don't know, there's opportunities where it's like, all right, hey, I've picked up $50 worth of tab, and he's picked up $500 worth of tab, right? Like it's just he he's like, hey, you want when you want when you want when you want, right? Cool, great. He doesn't ask. We have a mutual respect of like whatever. I buy when I can, kind of a thing, right?
My birthday is a great example of this. You put together a 4-pack for me.
Yeah,
Very thankful for that.
yeah,
They
Oh,
were
yeah.
minimum $4 a beer.
yeah,
I got you a 6-pack for your birthday.
yeah.
It cost me about $3.25 because it was Paps.
Let's say didn't bother me not one bit, right?
I knew that it would be okay that I got you Paps because you love Paps.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It should have been Bud Light.
But I knew I was okay because even though I know you spent way more than I did,
Mhm.
we're not keeping track of how much each beer costs.
Oh.
You thought of me for my birthday. I was very happy. I thought of you for your birthday. You were happy.
Yeah, that's it, right? Like you knew it was something I liked. I knew it was I didn't know it was stuff you liked. I tried to get you things I knew that you enjoyed the
Yeah.
idea of and that I didn't think you've had before.
This sounds good. Let's see if he likes it.
Right. Hey, here. And so that's how I went with it. But
I mean, I did that for Christmas for you. I got you a 6-pack that I custom made.
oh yeah. Let's see.
And again, I looked for things that you may or may not have had, but whether you had it or not, I knew you'd like it.
Yep. And it's like, or at least have fun trying something new. Right?
Exactly.
And that's beer for us. Like as much as you don't want to do IPAs, I had a IPA yesterday. It was a peach IPA. Courtney didn't like it, but it was so peachy to me, and she didn't taste any of it. And I was like, "Holy shit!" Like weird. But like I would have had you try it because
I would have tried it because I love peach.
Right, and I'm like, dude, this is a beer right up David's alley.
Again, I hate Bush Light,
Right?
but I'll drink
The Bush
peach
peach.
Bush Light.
Let's say yeah.
It's too Bush Lighty,
Yeah.
but it's very peachy.
But okay, even at that, okay, so here's I can see it kind of happening. Okay, so you know me, I don't do hypotheticals, but this is a thing. Okay, so we go to bar number one. I buy the first round. We go to bar number 2.
Mhm.
You go buy a Bud Light, right? For you, and you drink it. I'm just gonna walk up to the bar and get my own beer. I might look at the table and be like, "Hey, anybody else need one?" Because that's who I am. I I don't know. I mean, right, I've never gotten to that point. Like I do this with all my buddies all the time. Like my buddy just walked out on his tab on me on purpose. It was a couple months ago or whatever. But he's like, no, put it on Nick's tab. It'd be fucking hilarious. And so he did. But like, trust me, I got it back. Don't worry. I definitely got it back. He got all liquored up on this is July. Okay, so this is months ago. And so on our birthday, I made him pay the entire tab of both of our bills. And I'm telling you, the $36 he stuck me with, I stuck him with a $360 tab. Okay, like it was more fun for me. But so like if we go and I pick the tab, great. We walk in and I'm thirsty before you are, which is probably going to happen because I drink more than you.
Yeah.
For the most part, right? Like if I walk, I'm probably hey, anybody want anything? Because I'm gonna walk to the bar, you're gonna walk to the table,
Yeah.
right? Like, um, there's a point. Sure, if we're drinking throughout the night or whatever, and you've mooched the entire night, and you go up towards a bar, I will probably say, "Hey, man, grab me one."
Mhm.
And if you don't, you could probably be like, "Oh, I didn't hear you." Be like, "Whatever," and I'd give you some shit and fucking rile you up a little bit, right? Like, cause we're friends. The next time I went and got a beer, I'd probably be like, "Oh, anybody want one except David? Because fuck David, he don't pay." Blah, blah. Like I do it serious but joking.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I wouldn't give a shit, right? I'd be like, "Oh yeah, like I just buy you a fucking beer, right?" Like, because if I can't afford to go out and do that, like I shouldn't be out drinking, like that, right? Um, kind of that point, right? Like, hey, if you tell me ahead of time, like, hey, I can't go. I don't have the money. I didn't ask if you had like, my response is gonna be I didn't ask if you had the money. I asked if you want to fucking go, right? Like we can talk about that later, right? And I don't want to make it so awkward for anybody, kind of a thing. But sure. Now there's a point where it's like, hey, if we go to a bar, and I'll never ask for money. Um, like here's an example, right? So if I'm like, hey, if we go to the bar, and I have no problem saying no, kind of a thing. So I've gone to a bar with a buddy who likes to fuck around, as you know. And so I'll get a Bud Light and be like, "Hey man, what do you want to drink? I got it." And he'll go, "Hey, let me get that shot of Pappy," right? And it's 450. And I'll look and be like, "No, fuck you. Like, put that. It's on your tab. No, you said anything. Blah blah." Like, I have no problem saying, "Nah, bro. Like, you can get something else that's in a normal fucking price range and not be a dick to me because I'm not paying that tab." Like, I'll
You
just,
get an $8 beer. You can't get a $450 shot.
even if you wanted, a nice $20, a $20 one, I wouldn't be so pissy. But like, I'd be like, cool, no big deal. Don't get me wrong. I know it's going to come back because next time I'm going to get that $8 beer instead of my Bud Light, right? I know I'm good, and I'm not gonna do it to get back, but like, we'll get even. Like,
Well,
it's a respect thing.
You'll drink cheap, shitty beer,
Oh,
but
100%.
you'll also drink good beer.
And I'll drink very high end bourbons.
Yeah.
I'll drink some mid grade. I can't say low end, but like, I'll drink. So yeah, like,
So we have a lot to talk about tonight. But let's do a little celebration first.
yeah,
So we've been getting text messages from Marcus, who we had on a few episodes ago,
yes,
and he bought his first house.
congrats.
Way to go, Marcus! And he's made some extra payments on that house. So shout out to Marcus. You're doing the right shit, brother.
Yeah, I do remember those text messages. Excellent work. And he's already talking about, hey, I want to buy my investment property and stuff like that.
He really took to that stuff.
Yeah. No, but so I guess, right, like, I don't know. I don't see a point. Sure, is there an awkward position where you sit at a table and you go, and if you and I go out, right? You and I don't usually have that problem, right? We just have no problem just saying, hey, split the bill, right? Um, I have some other friends where it's like, hey, you want to pick it up? I'll pick it up this time. He picks it. Like, my buddy Travis, for some reason, loves to fucking. He makes him feel good about himself. I love him to pieces. He's one of my best friends. But like, no, I got this tab. I'm getting the tab. I got the tab. Blah, blah. Dude, like, you want to split? You want to do whatever? Nope, I got it. I got it. I got it. All right, cool. I'm not gonna fight you, right? But like, don't expect that I'm expecting you're gonna pay for it, right? Kind of thing. I don't, I know now. I mean, years and years. Like, he just picks up. I'll buy him a drink at a bowling. He comes to the bowling. I'm like, hey man. He walks in. We hug. I'm like, hey, you want a drink real quick? And I pick that up. Doesn't cover the food, but like, when we go out to, it's just so, I don't know, with my friends, it's kind of just a thing. And so, um, I don't know. I have no problem kind of really saying separate. Also, I believe that if somebody goes, hey, I'll just take it, then they're sitting in a position to where they can and they don't feel the need. Now, if there's a conversation, like, we went to really high end, who's the big British chef? Oh my gosh, Gordon Ramsay steak.
Okay.
Right. And it's so one thing most people don't understand. So like, we go as a group of three different couples and a single guy. So sometimes four couples, let's just call it that. So, hey guys, and like, those places don't really like to give you four bills,
right? They want one bill,
kind of, right? And so it's just kind of talked about,
even if it's $800.
Well, I mean, for us it was 1,400 or whatever it might be. Like, right? We talk about it kind of ahead of time, like, hey, who's got cash? I'll put it on, and my buddy always puts it on his card, or one of the two of them. And their excuse is, well, I get the discount here, or it gives me points, and it does this. And
that would be me.
Well, you'll do it for the points, right? And like, the other one, hey, I'm a platinum member, so we save 10%. Let's just do this. Everybody Venmo me, and then they'll run the tip, and they'll be like, all right, this is what you fucking owe, right?
Yeah.
And the first time I got stuck on it, right? I ordered $12 worth of stuff. My wife had $20 worth of stuff. So we had, let's call it $35, right? And then I get hit with a $250 fucking tab for us. And I was like, oh, right? Like, nope, this was never discussed. I ordered because I knew I was poor. Like, and I told my buddy, I was like, hey, look, no, this isn't fucking how this is gonna work.
Yeah.
No.
I'll pay for what I bought.
You don't put me in that spot. Like, this was the first, and it was the first night, the first everything, the first whatever. And like, but I have no problem. I don't think he even said, hey, I can cover, he's just like, hey, I'll cover next bill, no big deal kind of a thing, right? Like, and he knows, So my buddy, and again, I'm very open with dialogue. I'm very open with things. Again, I will eat a $5 McDonald's breakfast meal. My buddy will not, right?
Mhm.
His husband won't. And so we had to go to this place. It's called Egg Slut, right?
Okay.
My wife's looking it up. She's already knowing I'm going to be annoyed. But it's $18 for a breakfast sandwich. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like I'm not fucking doing this, right? Like, and so
I get an egg McMuffin.
exactly.
Not even an egg McMuffin because those are awful.
Sausage, egg, and cheese.
McMuffin with egg.
Yeah, sausage, egg, and cheese. That's what I want, right? I get it back, but like still, and so I'll be like, no, fuck that. I'm not going. Well, no, come on, like we want to go, Nick. I'll just fucking cover it. Shut the fuck up. Because to him, $20, fine. He doesn't give a shit. He gets what he wants. He makes two people happy, and it costs him $20 to shut the fuck everybody up. He's happy.
I'm okay
Right?
with that. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not paying for
Right.
that.
I'm not going. And like, if it's but again, if we talk about it way ahead of time, right? Gordon Ramsay steak. We talked about it for the first time ever in our life. We talked about it 6 months ahead of time. We're going to Gordon Ramsay steak. This is what's happening. Okay, great. We're all in agreement. This is what's happening. Hey, we're going to this place. This is what's happening. Like my wife wanted to go to this place. I knew the tickets were this amount of money. Great. I can pre-plan for. I don't want to get hit with an uh-oh fucking tab. So, but I'll never ask fucking I've never asked anybody to Venmo me unless you say you're going to, kind of a thing, right? Like I Venmoed my buddy because I take a loan to go gamble.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, let me send you $500. I'll be like, I will never ask you. I'll ask you for money and I will pay you, but like it's just because I want to go fucking gamble or I need cash or something like that.
I haven't told you this yet.
No.
I have to drive to Toronto next month.
Canada?
Yeah.
For what?
I'll be in Canada back-to-back days. So Dawn and I have a business conference to go to in Detroit,
Okay.
but it's cheaper to stay in Windsor, so we're going to stay in Windsor.
Mhm.
And then we're going to drive back on that Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I have to drive to Toronto. And I will drive back Friday morning.
Yeah, for what?
I bought my daughter a ticket.
For the Fuck Around Fest?
No. Caitlin's going to the Eras tour.
That's what I said that.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Pocahontas? Taylor Swift, yeah.
Yeah, she's going.
Oh, nice.
So
How much was that?
less than $2,000
For one fucking ticket?
for one fucking ticket.
Dude, get out of here. You're fucking no, shut the fuck. This is okay, here. Here's the fun thing, right? This is what David and I enjoy doing. Bantering. Less than $2,000 for one
Less
ticket.
than
Is
$2,000
this
for-
fucking front row?
No,
Where is it? If you tell me like in a fucking seat.
it's in a seat.
It's
Yeah.
not, you're not even fucking standing the whole fucking time?
No,
For less than $2,000.
less than $2,000.
More than
Less than 18.
More than 1,000?
Yeah.
More than 15.
Yeah.
So more than 15, less than $2,000, and you get a fucking seat.
Feet.
You're not even fucking. I can touch this person.
No.
$1,500 fucking dollars.
You know how much it would have cost to touch
I don't
the
give a shit.
person?
I don't give a fuck. I no, David, no.
Like $8,000.
I don't fucking care. Okay. Oh, I gotta stop spending money. Oh,
I do.
David, what are you doing
So-
tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm going to see your kids.
David, your kid's going where?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, is
So-
in fucking Toronto, and you're going?
Yeah.
Is it?
I told Caitlin-
Was it 15 or sorry? Was it between that price for one ticket or for two?
One.
So you're
She's
driving
going.
her.
I'm
she's
driving
going,
her.
and she has to sit alone. All
She said she was okay sitting alone. So when we went to Pink, Dawn goes, "Yeah, your dad's been trying to find you tickets for Taylor Swift." I'm like, "If I can find you something for less than $2,000, I'm willing to do it."
yeah, we're talking about going to Indianapolis.
So she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." So of course she finds some tickets, but they're on StubHub.
What's wrong with that?
So StubHub gives you the price of the ticket, but does not show you all of the fees at
yeah.
$400 or $500. I'm like, "Okay, Caitlin, this ticket you found that's behind the stage, yes, it's $1,700, but after fees, it's $2,400. You really want a $2,400 ticket behind the stage?" And she's like, "Nope." So I'm out on Monday with some work friends,
Yeah.
and they hadn't gotten there yet. And I'm like, "All right, let me see what's on TickPick, because TickPick shows you base price,
Okay.
no extra fees." And one of the Toronto tickets is under $1,800. So
Just one ticket.
one ticket. So I take a screenshot and I send it to Dawn. I'm like, "These are actually decent tickets. Like, you can see the stage."
Okay.
And so like the stage is here.
Do you find it? Go ahead.
So the stage is here and like the ticket's here.
It's that fucking far out. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, so it's like in the corner. But you can see everything.
Okay.
And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm going to buy the fucking thing. I can always sell it for what I'm buying it for. So I'm not that worried. So I buy it. I text her. I'm like, are you home? She goes, yep. I said, all right. So I call her. I said, I am texting you a picture right now. Tell me your reaction when you see it. So she looks at it and she goes, what is this? I'm like, what the fuck does it say it is? And she goes, you didn't buy a ticket for Taylor Swift. I'm like, what does it say? She goes, did you fucking buy a ticket for Taylor Swift? I'm like, yeah, you're going. And she goes, are you fucking kidding me? And I mean, mind you, she's had such a shitty year. And
I mean, it's been bad, but not. I'm gonna buy my kid fucking $2,000 in tickets. Bad.
It's been pretty bad.
Okay, the game for the price. I know kind of what you spent. Sure, but Jesus.
So we're going to Taylor fucking
Are
Swift.
you driving there or flying?
Driving.
Does she have a passport? Oh yeah, because
Passport card.
yeah. Oh,
You can use your passport
I
card
don't
to
have
drive.
that, but,
And she can, with her enhanced license, she can also go.
how far of a drive is that?
5.5.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
We got to go to a ball game.
We should.
I just texted
Next year, you want to do Rogers?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I would love to do that too.
I just texted my wife because I think my passport's expired or expiring. And that's what we're going to figure out within the next few days. If we're going out of the country from the 4th to the 10th.
I'm planning. Oh my God! So we're planning a trip Labor Day next year.
Yeah.
With Jordan, Caitlin, and Chloe.
Okay.
So Chloe's going to bring her boyfriend. Jordan and Caitlin are going to room together. Dawn and I are going to room together.
Sure.
Chloe has a friend, Destiny, that works here.
Okay.
So all I hear the other day is, well, why can't I go? I don't know you like that. No, you're not fucking coming.
Right.
But she keeps asking. You keep asking until you're blue in the fucking face. I don't know you like that. You're not coming.
Right. I don't know you. That's my purse.
So as we're talking about things that are going on,
Yeah.
and I'm pouring my Desto, Chris and I had a conversation. You asked me before we started, am I coaching next year?
Yeah.
So Chris and I had a talk. And I kind of told him my issues with coming back. And to his credit, he was very open to the things I had to say. Like he took in my feelings and really kind of understood where I was coming from, which kind of meant a lot.
Yeah.
And still at the end of that, I'm like, yeah, I'm still retired. Then I had Angela on Monday.
Yeah.
Which you know, because you have Angela.
Yeah. I asked her if we could see each other twice a week for a little bit. So
that can be helpful. I've done that.
Just, there's so much going in my head and so much thoughts and I feel and
I've
so
done that.
Right. So it's like, hey, I want this one to be focused on this. I want this one to be focused on me and my problems with family. This one I want to be focused on me and my problems. Right. So this is my first week trying it out. She, I say we met Tuesday and we're gonna meet tomorrow. So
her and I are talking, and I've been struggling a lot lately.
Yeah.
Which is not surprising. I struggle a lot anyways. And she asked me the other day, she goes, where in your life do you feel successful? And my answer is nowhere.
Yeah.
She goes, what about coaching? Well, yeah, when I walk on a field, I'm the best coach. It doesn't really fucking matter. And she goes, and you're retired. Well, yeah. She goes, should you have?
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She goes, when you walk on a field, you feel like you're successful. You feel like you're the best coach that's there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one place where you have control. Should you retire? And I went, I don't know. And she goes, well, you had this great talk with Chris, but you also have other options. You can go to Cedar and coach with the coach up there, or
you can go, you find a head coaching position.
Yeah, you could do many, many things. You don't have to necessarily go back to Coopersville, but you are, somebody that people would like to have on their staff, or like to coach with.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So today I went to the Aquinas JV versus GRCC game
Yeah.
to watch Kendall pitch and then watch Maddie catch for CC.
Okay.
And then Paige also is playing for CC this year. And then I have a couple other kids that hate me that are also on CC.
Whatever.
Yep. So I watched the game and they end up in a 7-7 tie. Mind you, we can talk umpires after this.
There's no
'cause
tying in baseball.
The fucking umpire
Yeah.
is a fucking dickweed.
It's a fall ball.
Nick, he tossed the fucking coach today.
Good. They deserve it. I wasn't there. I had no idea.
No warning.
Really?
Just toss.
Just no warrant. Okay.
It was
The
bad.
guy wasn't putting
This
up
is
with nothing.
this is the same motherfucker that tried to toss me and Yost 2 years ago.
Mr. Umpire?
No, it's not Mr. Umpire. It's just a different umpire.
Just a different douchebag.
Tried to toss me and Yost 2 years ago because Yost had questioned something and he lost his shit and he's trying to throw Chris out of the fucking game. So I got between them and I looked at the guy and I'm like, dude, just walk away. And he muscled up to me and he's like, and mind you, he's like a 70-year-old man. He muscles up to me and he's like, this is my field. I control this field. So of course now I get pissed.
Yeah.
So I fucking muscle up to him and Yost had to get between us because I was gonna knock the shit out of this asshole. I digress.
Yeah.
So first game gets over, 7-7 tie. Because the coaches are like, it's fall ball. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, apparently
we need to play
now.
Yeah, we need to play game 2. So let's just end it here and we'll go play game 2.
Mhm.
So I go and talk to Kendall and her parents. And then I go and I'm walking back with her dad, and we run into one of my former players' dads.
Yeah.
So I go talk to him. It's Paige's dad. Good dude. Love him. And he's standing next to one of our seniors' dads. If I'm coaching at Coopersville, one of our seniors.
Yeah.
And he's like, so, still coaching? I said, well, actually, I retired after the season. He goes, haven't I heard that before? And I go, no. He goes, what do you mean? I said, and I point to Kendall and I said I would get her class through. I got her class through. So the guy who's got a senior goes, can't you just get my daughter through? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
So he starts pushing me a little bit. I'm like, listen, if you have Yost push me, the answer's fucking no.
Right.
I'm like, your daughter doesn't talk. I mean, if your daughter wants to push me, then maybe I'll consider it, but she doesn't talk, so whatever.
Get a fucking text.
He goes, I haven't yet. He goes, I'm gonna have her call you. I'm like, that'll never fucking happen.
Oh yeah.
So Mike asked me on the way out, he's like, so what do you put the odds at? I said, there's a 25% chance I might come back. Because of course I have Angela in the back of my head going, you feel successful there.
Yeah.
You feel worthwhile. Why aren't you gonna do that somewhere?
Yeah, and that's, dude, it's a great, she puts some things in some ways that I don't expect to hear them, right? Like, but I told you, right? I wasn't coaching unless I got a big raise,
Right.
right?
Did you get a big raise?
So I had a meeting last week, Friday or whatever.
Yeah.
I get an email today. So I've had emails all fucking week. I mean, gosh, it's like grind time, and I don't want it to be yet, right?
Yeah.
But it is. And so I get an email today that basically states we have a $250 pay increase for the season.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Not for everyone. Between the coaches.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So actually, it ended up being like almost $300 because I was making whatever and 44 and $44 or whatever.
Mhm.
So I said, hey, just round mine to the nearest 100. So I gave myself a $56 raise, and then I gave my other two coaches $125 a piece. They don't know it yet.
So you're coming back.
Right. And that's it. Like, so I'm like, and he's like, hey, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, all right, just because, okay, so you know me.
Yeah.
I told you I wasn't coming back unless I got what I wanted. Okay.
Which you didn't get.
I didn't get money, but that's not, let's be honest. Is that what I want?
No, not really.
It's not at all. Okay. I said, hey, I'm taking vacation before the fucking season. School, they're celebrating our state championship the the 25th, unless I'm not going to be in town. So we are going to be anyway. And so then they're also, I said, I'm not doing anything between the holidays unless the other two coaches want to and they're allowed to. They said, yeah, that's,
Are we doing Byron Con?
ooh, I don't know. You know what? I'll have to look, my papers in the car. It's a maybe. I haven't looked at that. I completely forgot that that was a date to ask for. But anyway, so like my dates, so I get to leave between New Year's and the time for coming back. Like my family has a potential to make 2 vacations in the same year, um, or in the same time frame. Also, so in my email, just I know you believe me, but this is more fun for me this way.
Right.
I said, hey, give me, um, oh no, where is it? Okay, sounds like this kid's blah blah. Anyway, I said, yeah, let me roll mine up to the nearest, 100, which is, whatever, give them the whatever. And I said, hey, we'd like a couple new hats and maybe some Granville apparel. And he goes, sounds good. I'll get those hats for you and a couple shirts for the guys. So, right, like I'm always gonna take apparel.
Yeah.
Like you can't give me money, but you can give me things. And I'll go in and renegotiate my contract a little bit. I already get in free to all sporting events.
Every coach does.
Yeah, I know, but like I just say, and so I just got to figure out there's perks that they can give me that I want. Also, it's already been negotiated. Uh, for the most part, I'm gonna get what I want. Um, for materials. We ran out of KT tape last year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna buy quite a bit. They said, yep, it's yours. We got a couple tools that we noticed last year that we
Mhm.
needed. So we're gonna buy those. They said, yeah, no problems, no questions asked. I didn't ask. Actually, a buddy of mine invited me to uh high school nationals,
Okay.
which is actually gonna be held in Indianapolis this year.
Okay.
It's not far, but I'm not sure legal liabilities, this,
Yeah.
that, and that. Anyway, so I'm not sure we can do it. But so I'm going to ask about that if we can. I'm not, I'm worried about it because I think that we're the greatest thing out there in the world. But I also want to make sure that I'm doing the right things. So that being said, I just ask for extra things, right? Hey, you can't give me more money, but you can give me the things that's already paid for in the world, right? Like, um, yeah, and so I'm getting hooked up. Oh, I got a banner coming into
Nice.
the bowling alley. That's right.
State champs.
That's what it's gonna say. It's gonna be the biggest banner on the lanes,
Of
and
course.
they're putting it up. Right. I bowl there. I am the face, and then so like I'm always going to do this, right? And I wish I could have got it to say Coach Nick Watkins,
Yeah.
right? Like just that little bit more
Yeah.
solidification. Um, it's funny. I'm not a flashy standout guy. But at certain times when I know I can push buttons, I mean, dude, you've seen my ring,
I
right?
have.
This motherfucker.
It's fucking huge.
So I've been getting a lot of questions on it because I wear it quite a bit. I wear it more than I thought I would, right? People be like, hey, this, that, and I'm like, dude, I got out of a quarter machine, right? Just fuck around because I don't. Doesn't matter. Everybody always thinks it's a national championship ring. Oh, hey, who do you play for? And blah blah. I didn't play shit. My kids did. So, but we got another important topic of life.
Yeah, let's talk about FEMA. So there's a lot of misinformation going around about FEMA and the hurricane relief right now because
Before we get started,
uh-huh.
did you know that the federal government, the government
Uh-huh.
can create a natural disaster to go in specific locations and take out things?
I did not know this. This is new information to me.
All right. I say this in complete fucking joking. Because like that's an actual thing. Okay, David.
It's an actual thing that people believe this.
Right. Okay. So I have a problem with assuming that everybody
Has a brain?
isn't as stupid as they are. Granted, I know people are stupid and I call people stupid all the time. I want to be clear about that. David, you know me. I am stupid, right? Like, and I say this, dude, when it comes to computers, I am the dumbest fuck. I'm not the dumbest person you met, but like, I am gotta be up there in the lower 50 percentile.
If
right?
you're really that dumb, you don't ask for help. You ask for help.
Right. And so, but I guess all I'm saying is, right, there is things, so I say the word, but there's things that get said and things that get done where my brain just comprehends that it's so fucking out there
How could anybody ever fucking believe this bullshit?
Exactly
Yeah.
it, right? And so it's like when I hear 99% of stuff, I'm like, nah, that can't be true. Like, blah, blah, like that can't be a thing, whatever.
So when
but
you
there's
hear
like multiple, not just like, and it's not the 1% that's the crazy nut job. It's not the one, like when there's like a massive percentage of people.
So when you hear shit like the Democrats created a hurricane to go and hit all the red states, so the red states people can't vote.
Right. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious because it's just coincidence.
Do we have a scam call?
No, it's not, but this might be. Hello, it's Nick.
Hi, this is Emily calling from a home improvement.
Fuck you.
Oh, home improvement. We should have took that one. Anyway, right, like, here I'm thinking, it just happened to hit a couple red states and blah blah. No, like, people fucking believe
it.
that this was and it's like my brain doesn't understand that. Okay, so like I don't believe in God, right? I don't believe like, and I get why your brain can think. I do. I understand like the idea of like believing in ghosts, and I sure. But like science to me is so much more ahead than holy fuck. Like if we can fucking do this, you don't think we'd be able to stop stupid shit from fucking happening? Like,
So literally, if we could design a hurricane to go anywhere, wouldn't we have done that in the Middle East a long fucking time ago?
or fucking Russia
Or
any
China?
right? Like, oh, you're gonna fuck with like no, we go and create an atomic bomb, sure. But you don't think that we would just be like, yeah, you know what? Here you go. See ya. Like,
Iran's gonna shoot some missiles over at Israel. Let's send them a hurricane.
fucking missiles get shot. We create this fucking hurricane so that way the wind is fucking so much it doesn't
catches the missiles.
right, like video games and shit. Like, dude, okay, the shit just people believe this, David, and
Because they're idiots.
it's not okay. No, I don't want to call them idiots, right?
I do.
No, they are below that, right? They are the stupidest fucking people.
It's not ignorant. They're not ignorant. They're just dumb as fuck.
Yes, like
Because ignorant people
idiot.
don't understand.
That's exactly it. Right?
And
I fully agree.
you can go from ignorant to knowledgeable if you seek out the information. But these stupid motherfuckers believe this stupid bullshit.
Yeah. Like, right? Like, and trust me, I wish that we were smart enough to have technology to do crazy stuff, right? But like,
That's not where we live. That's not reality.
it is. It just blows my mind, right? Like, sure. Okay. You can it's weird because I can understand the idea that you don't believe in global warming,
Okay, yeah.
right? I can kind of get it, right? Because you're not actually, we don't get to, okay, when we look at a glass full of ice cubes and it's a clear glass, like, say whatever, and I'm notorious for this, okay? So, like, my water, the first glass of water that comes out of my refrigerator is pretty cold because the line runs through the ice thing and out type thing. The second glass is kind of warm-ish. So, I don't like ice in my water, but I like cold water.
Yeah.
So I'll put a couple ice cubes in there, fill it up, and it melts. And so I guess I can see that and I can understand, hey, that's the water's warming, it's doing this, it's putting everything in an equal temperature. It's not a temperature cold enough to be ice because my brain comprehends it. But that being said, like people are in Antarctica having the ability to watch this to this to this to this. We're not watching this ice cube go. We're taking somebody's word for it. And people, we've been lied to and fucked around so much that we can't believe anything that comes out of anybody's mouth. And I get that. Also, I'm an old man, just as much as you are now. You're older than me.
Yep.
You and I can both agree that we used to walk uphill both ways with one fucking shoe on and
In the snow.
In the snow.
5 feet of snow.
Right. But the problem is that snow used to come in October.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a week last year that I hated being in Michigan. Right. I remember that week. It was actually like February-ish type thing. It was really late. But like the past 2 years, I've reminded myself that honestly, it hasn't been that bad of a winter.
It really
Knock on wood.
hasn't.
And I hope that this one isn't horrible. But like, it snowed October 31st of last year because I remember that because it was Halloween, and the kids were cold and all this.
And then it barely snowed the rest of the calendar year.
And then, right, exactly. We didn't have any. No, we had no snow. We had no snow until January sometime. So we had nothing for the rest of that year. And it actually turned to like 60 something a couple days after Halloween. And I remember that. And because like I kept having to remind myself that, hey, you know what, this isn't that bad, right? Like the week that we had, I was like, I can get through this. Like it's cold, but like I've been kind of spoiled. So, um, but yeah. Anyway, that being said, like, oh, dude, these people think the weirdest. How do you even make this shit up, right? Um, people think that. Okay, I don't know the fucking guy's name. I don't want to say the wrong one. I don't think it's Taco, but um, a guy on TikTok came out and he said, "Oh, Biden and Harris are doing an absolute piss poor job, and how dare they?" And he supposedly has never taken a political, and now he's getting roasted. And I hope that he fucking loses
Is
his.
this the cop?
Is he a cop? Is that what he does?
Udi?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Officer Udi. He's a fucking cop.
yeah. Is he really?
Yeah, he's a cop.
Yeah, this fucking douchebag. All right, so right, and all he has to do is just admit that he fucked up.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you say initially, I don't take a political stance,
Mhm.
what do you assume of that person who he supports?
That he has no knowledge of what the person's actually doing.
No, but who do you think he would support between Harris and Trump?
If he takes no political
No
stance.
political stance.
All right, so I want to get into this more. So here, okay, this you're asking me as a person.
Yeah, what do you think his or her political stance is if they don't take one?
All right, so then I'm gonna assume that they're on a liberal side of like
See, I wouldn't.
I don't know.
I would think immediately that's a Trump supporter.
You're afraid to hire
Because you don't want to admit that you're a Trump supporter.
right? But I wouldn't. Also, you don't want to admit that you're on the liberal side either, right? But like,
But I don't think that's a thing.
I mean, I don't want.
Again,
I don't want to admit to it, right?
I don't want to be a Democrat,
Right.
but I have to be a Democrat because I'm so far left that that's my fucking option. I'm a leftist. I'm not a Democrat.
If it gets cut, that's fine. But if not, like the phone call you took earlier, I got one, right?
Yeah.
Hey, if the election was today, are you voting for Donald Trump or
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris? And I said none. If you had to right now, and I said that's the good fucking thing about America is I don't fucking have to. Right now, I swore at this person like, well, we're just trying to get, and I was like, yep, you're asking me to pick for something that I don't believe in, and I will not vote for either of the two. Yeah, but if you had to, I don't fucking have to. That's my American fucking right, and that's why your goddamn thing isn't working, right? You want an answer from fucking random people. Oh well. Let's go on to about Mike Rogers and whoever else. And I was like, great, now we can have a fucking conversation because I will tell you what I'm voting for in this and what I stand for. The closer to local government it is, the more I'm going to give kind of a shit, right? Which sounds really messed up because, things scare me. But
Yeah.
it really pissed me off to an extreme. I should have hung up, right? And I want to get to another point. Sorry. You had said you got into an argument with somebody. A 70-year-old umpire. So my wife and I went to a Styx concert last night.
Yeah.
Okay, at the K-Wing Stadium down in Kalamazoo.
Huh.
It's a great time, fun time.
Love Wing Stadium.
I do, especially to watch a concert. Anyway, there wasn't too many people in our section that weren't there. So the seats are a little small.
Yeah, they are.
Courtney and I are going to decide, hey, we're going to stand. So we stand.
Makes sense.
Yep. Stand, have a good time. First song comes out. It's Grand Illusion.
Oh, I love it.
I was fucking in
I
heaven.
love Sticks.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I feel big old tap on my back or shoulder.
I'm sorry, you're in the way. Can you please sit down?
Exactly it.
Yep.
And this is an older lady.
Mhm.
Hey, we can't see you. Do you mind sitting down? Yeah, I'm not gonna sit down, but I can move for you. Right? And she looks at me and she goes, "No, you move." I don't know what flipped it. Like it was how she said it and how she demeaned me and talked to me.
Yep.
And I said, "Excuse the fuck out of me." I was like, "Ma'am, I just gave you what the fuck you wanted, told you I would fucking move, and now I'm not going to do a goddamn thing for you. I have the right to stand in my seat. I have the right to be here." And I just lost it because
Yeah.
like, I have my right. And I was like, "If you don't fucking like it, go find somebody." I was like, "You can't take. I'm giving you what you want for a fucking answer. That's a you fucking problem." And she's like, "Well, I just don't understand." And I was like, right, you don't understand how I said I won't sit, but I'm willing to move so that way I'm out of the way, and how it gives you what you want. And she goes, and it just took her like 2 times of me explaining that I gave her what she
Yeah.
wanted. I said it in a way that she's not used to.
Yeah.
Right? And she goes, "Oh, you're gonna move?" And I was like, "Yep. Once I figure out what spot doesn't piss another person off." Again, we have kind of section, and we stood in one spot, and I'm pretty sure the guy wasn't in his seat, so I didn't give a shit about pissing him off. And so it was one person that we had the potential to screw up. He didn't seem to move. He didn't come to bother me, right? Granted, Billy was just like, don't come after me, don't come attack me, and especially after I give you what the fuck you want. Like, oh baby girl.
So when Chris and I went to talk,
Yeah.
we went to a local brewery that you like.
Founders?
It's small.
Ooh, Tres Gatos. Two guys.
I'm not going to say the brewery.
Oh, hi, Tom. Oh, that's right. Yeah, say.
I'm not going to say the brewery.
No, Tom and Amy are great people. We really should get them on the podcast.
Good.
I love having them.
So we're sitting there, and of course, the more I drink, the louder I get.
Oh, and it's funny to me because they're very liberal, right? You would get along with them.
I probably would.
And it's funny because it took her a while. She liked me kind of right away, but like also was like, whoa, Nick, Nick, we love your wife, right? Just as much as everybody does, right? Oh, Nick, you're a decent human being with just opinions. And right, like,
So I'm at this bar.
yeah, go on.
That I will not name.
I will. So
And I'm drinking,
mhm.
and I'm getting louder, as I do.
Yeah.
Because the more I drink, the louder I get. Mind you, I'm loud without drinking.
Yeah.
But I get louder as I drink.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, at one point, we hear, "Excuse me, sir." And Chris goes, "What?" And she goes, "No, the other guy."
Oh, even
So I
better.
turn around and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
You have children next to you now. Maybe you'll watch your language.
that.
I think I texted you and I'm like, I'm not allowed to say fuck at this bar.
Yes, you are.
And you're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, this old boomer bitch just yelled at me for saying fuck at this bar. And you go, tell her to go fuck herself.
Say. But that's who I am, right? Like, I'm
at a bar, okay?
very much, right?
I'm going to be loud and I'm going to fucking curse. I'm on a podcast right now. I'm in a fucking room. I'm not drunk yet.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah. No, well,
I'm going to yell and curse. That's what I fucking do.
That's what I like to do. It makes me feel good about
It
myself.
does. It makes me feel good too.
Gives me that rush of emotion. Anyway, yeah, like I have no problem telling an old person to go fuck themselves because they feel entitled to tell me what to do. I'm getting into this arguments with my wife about how much she doesn't understand I enjoy the Constitution.
Okay.
I do, right? Like, I believe that you and I have the freedom of speech, the freedom of press, the freedom, right? Also, we don't get to say we're gonna go off people or do big bomby things, right? Like that's it's not legally allowed, right?
Yeah.
I believe in the Second Amendment right. I believe you have the right to bear arms. I believe that you have the ability to own a weapon. I'm not allowed to own a silencer unless I get extra. I'm not allowed to own big bomby things.
Yeah, nuclear weapons.
Right? So like they've limited things, right?
Yeah.
And sure, okay, there's a point where people are scared about how much they're going to limit and do that. And I get that that's what you're fighting. But I also, when it becomes law, I then support that.
Does it worry you?
No.
It doesn't worry me
Right?
either.
Like I wish we had the clip up. I'm gonna give hope. So I don't want to say the words hopefully. I'm so scared of, if you ask me, right, between me and you, I'm not voting for Trump. Right? I can tell you this at this moment in my life. I don't know if I'm voting for Harris on this one. I know for a fact I'm not voting for Trump. It scares me, the things that are being said and things that are being done.
You know what I loved about Harris?
Her laugh.
So yesterday she was on Stern.
Howard?
Yeah.
Really?
And he asked many questions. And you know the thing that really impressed me?
What's that?
He goes, so you're going to put a Republican in your cabinet? And she goes, yeah, because I feel that opposing views are important and people should challenge me on what I believe. And I went, shit, that's how I coach.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Because again, you're admitting that you don't know everything and you might not be right. You want somebody to sit there and hold you accountable.
Yep.
For what you fucking decide.
But at the end of the day, right, I get to make that decision.
100%.
But Tim Walz, again, he's not going to have any fucking rights. And we're going to get into that about this whole FEMA here in a second. But Tim Walz was asked when and why his opinions changed of the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
right? And he went into it and he said, "Look, I talked to the people of Sandy
Hook.
right?
Yep.
And he, this and that." Um, and I was like, "That's a great thought out response, and you have a reason for why, right?" Um, Besides, it's my right and I want it. Like, I understand. Okay, say I've been kicked out of many bars, kicked out of many things.
No.
I'm not afraid to. I have the First Amendment right. Okay, right. I have the right to freedom of speech.
But what does that mean?
It means I get to say what I want without going to prison or jail.
Free of
To
government overreach.
correct government. Right. An officer cannot tell me to watch what I say.
Yep.
Again, without it being a personal, I say a life attack or a bomb attack, right?
Yeah, you can't scream fire in a full theater
Correct.
if
right?
there's not a fucking fire.
Correct.
Because that puts people in danger.
Correct, right?
But you can sit there in the theater and say, "All you motherfuckers can suck my dick."
Correct.
You can say that.
But now,
Are you a good person for saying that? That's up to interpretation.
say,
But
we go to the next point where I believe that businesses have their rights, right?
Mhm.
And they are private businesses open to the public.
Mhm.
And so at that point, your rights can be taken away because of this, right? So like, and so right, I think it goes hand in hand. Like I have my right. I can use my right, and you have the right to tell me, hey, you know what? We would not like you here. Not your money's no longer good here, right?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they're entitled to a fucking refund, but that's not how fucking life
No.
works. So
You
if
can
get kicked
leave
out,
now.
right? Like, hey, I've been kicked out of bars, right? A little too much, right? Hey, Nick, you're done. Now you're saying too many F words at fucking 1 a.m.
It seems if you fall asleep in a bar,
They'll ask you to leave.
they might say it's time for you to go. That may have happened to one of us.
That wasn't me. Say, but right, and so again, it goes back to this, and yes, I might be angry at the 20 seconds, but then I always go back to, man, that's the right they have, right? So the Fifth Amendment right? You have the right to remain silent. I'm completely fine with that. I think people have the right to shut up. They don't have to speak. You have the right. You're innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to a trial, right? Um, I believe in the rights but I also think that our governmental system is very flawed. So let's gonna see if this one's a spam one. This is Bucks and Bruce.
Hello?
Hi, this is Bucks and Bruce. But anyway, so sorry, that being said, is we are at this point to where I believe that I have the ability to have my right, and sure, rights can't be infringed upon, but rules and laws and regulations can change, right? At this moment, I'm not allowed to own a suppressor, right? So you can't own a silencer without carrying an extra piece of paper that says certification and things like that, right? And there's very few handed out. You have to have an FFL to sell handguns, right? Because you have to be able to do the background checks and you have to be able to do those types of things. And I think that training has to happen. So if people are like, hey, we want to get rid of automatic weapons and things like that. Okay, sure. Currently, it's not a law and everybody's allowed. But if they made it and they created it and said, hey, this is what has to happen, like that becomes a law and that's been a thought out process of a thing. Um, we go into the idea that it's funny because I think we talked about another podcast, David. Republicans and Democrats had one thing they'd agreed upon, and it was the fact that United States flags, any of them flown on a government building, had to be made in America by America, right? And it was like, holy cow, that's the one thing you guys agree upon. But again, it's a law, it's written, so that's what's going to happen, right? So like, you can't fight this shit. So the idea is don't fight things. So I want to get on to FEMA real quick.
Yeah, I do too.
That's my soapbox for 25 seconds, and let's hear what you got.
So there's a bunch of rumors going around about FEMA, especially with these hurricanes that are hitting Florida and Georgia and the Carolinas.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go through some of those rumors
Okay.
so that we could debunk the bullshit. So initial emergency funds for FEMA, $750. You know about this?
I've heard about it. So it's like a stimulus check quickly
Quickly.
that has been to everybody in the area.
Yeah, if you immediately apply, they give you $750, no questions asked.
Okay.
Some of the things surrounding this, people say, well, you have to pay it back. Nick, do you think you have to pay it back?
No.
No, don't have to
No,
pay it
no.
back.
Sorry. It's no, this is a
Is $750 the only amount you're going to get?
I mean, of cash?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that right now. On the current, it's quickly to get you by, but I mean,
Correct.
like, you're going to get your insurance if you have it for the house. You're going to get things like that. But like,
There's more money out there.
FEMA
Yeah.
has, but I said that's just enough to get you to what you need
Correct.
currently.
So the initial $750 to disaster survivors, this type of assistance that you may be approved for soon after you apply, called Serious Needs Assistance, is an upfront flexible payment to help cover essential items like food, water, baby formula, breastfeeding supplies, medication, and other emergency supplies.
It doesn't matter your income, correct?
No,
Everybody is entitled to it.
correct.
Okay.
There's other forms of assistance you may qualify for and receive, and serious needs assistance is an initial payment that you may receive while FEMA assesses your eligibility for additional funds. So everybody in the affected area
Yep.
is eligible for the $750.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a friend in the area.
Okay.
Let's just cut the shit. Man's worth 80 million bucks.
Mhm.
Just cut the shit.
Mm-hmm.
The maybe is for him. He's not gonna get another fucking dime. Sure, is he eligible for the 750? If he's gonna take the time to fill the fucking thing out.
Which is probably not worth his time.
He doesn't want it, he doesn't need
Yeah.
it. He's not the kind of guy to go do it, right? And then him to take it and donate it and do whatever, like, right? But he's not going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's for people who, again, you just said baby formula, you said things like that,
Yeah. Breastfeeding supplies.
diapers, right?
Yeah.
Like these are the things that you couldn't fit more, right? I can't tell you what to take out of your house, David.
Correct.
Okay. If you took your dog crate, sorry for you, your cat crate, your baseball trophies, your runner-up fucking ring that you you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and you left the things because you knew you were going to I don't want to call it a home. What am I thinking? What's the word?
Shelter.
A shelter, right?
Mhm.
And they're going to have supplies for you. You know, how am I going to be mad? Like you probably grab one can of baby formula versus 10. You're going to need 10 for one a week, right?
Yeah.
We've all had a baby, man. We done fed these fucking things, and they eat. They still, and so it's like, all right, hey, we're going to still give you. We're going to make sure you have the things along the way. So
Next rumor. FEMA is blockading people in Florida and preventing evacuation.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's false.
I follow TikTok.
TikTok gives great information if you follow the right people.
Exactly, right? And it's funny because I follow a lot of live things.
Yeah, me too.
Just because again, live shit doesn't fucking lie. So
Yeah, you're seeing what's going on for the
Right.
most part.
right. I mean, yes, you have opinions and things like that. Like these people aren't going to be. If there's a flying over helicopter and I'm watching it and people are still being able to get out, right?
Yeah.
Like, say.
If they're driving
Mhm.
out of wherever they're at, you obviously know they're
That's
driving to
not a
get out.
barricade, right? Say.
So FEMA is not blockading people in Florida and preventing evacuations. FEMA does not control traffic flow or conduct traffic stops, which are handled by local authorities. This is a harmful rumor that can put lives in danger. Well, of course it is. Next one. FEMA only provides loans to disaster survivors. True or false, Nick?
FEMA only provides
Loans to disaster survivors.
no.
This is false. In most cases, FEMA grants do not have to be paid back. Let me say that again. FEMA grants do not have to be
It
paid
does
back.
say in most cases, right?
Most cases.
So I mean, there's that 1% case that it has to be, and that's because Johnny's grandma passed away 3 weeks ago, and he filed for her, and then they realized she wasn't around.
So there are some less common situations in which you may have to pay back FEMA if you receive duplicate benefits from insurance or a grant from another source. So you can't enrich yourself.
Right,
You can just be made whole.
right. And I say I don't understand why these rumors are going. It's a rumor to get around because it makes people look good or try to
Or
low
look
down,
bad. And,
low down the other person,
right.
right?
Rumor, applying multiple times for disaster assistance will speed up the process of being approved. True or false?
False.
People need to apply for assistance one time per household. Do not resubmit or create a new application during the disaster assistance process. Submitting more than one application per disaster will cause delays.
Yep. Who would have guessed?
Shocking, isn't it?
Hmm.
Rumor, the FAA is restricting access to airspace for Helene rescue and recovery operations.
It's gonna be false again.
Correct. The FAA is not restricting access for recovery operations. The FAA is coordinating closely with state and local officials to make sure everyone is operating safely in a very crowded and congested airspace. Rumor, FEMA distributes aid based on demographic characteristics.
FEMA doesn't give a fuck what your demographic is. They're gonna give you aid.
FEMA provides assistance to survivors regardless of color, race, national origin, sex, sexual orientation, religion, age, disability, English proficiency, or economic status. So they don't give a fuck who you are. If you apply for aid,
You get it?
you're going to get it.
Right.
FEMA is the process of confiscating Helene survivor property. If I apply for disaster assistance and my land is deemed unlivable, my property will be seized.
No. This goes back to what I just bitched about the entire fucking. I believe in the amendment fucking rights. Like, what do you? Oh,
FEMA cannot seize your property or land. Applying for disaster assistance does not grant FEMA or the federal government authority or ownership of your property or land.
people believe that that's happening.
Yeah. This is the worst part. They have to address these things on the FEMA website in a rumor section. Rumor.
You ever watched the movie? It was a show, The Umbrella Academy.
I've not.
All right, never mind. For those that are still listening and understand, there's a it's like superhero people or whatever, and the one girl's superpower is all she has to do is say, "I heard a rumor," and then whatever the rumor she says becomes true, right? And I feel like that's this shit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no shit.
these people think the Umbrella Academy is a fight. I heard a rumor that if you flush your toilet in Australia, it goes backwards.
Right.
Right? Like, dude, this is
FEMA is no longer accepting applications for housing assistance.
you know what? That's fucking true. That one right there. Yep. You know what they said, look, just like what the fuck's that preacher down in Texas?
Greg Locke?
Nope, the other douchebag.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Oh, Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen, yeah.
Right? He's like, look,
he's
we
a fuckball.
got 7 Christians, we don't need no more. That's FEMA.
FEMA is still accepting his
Son of a bitch, I was wrong.
applications throughout areas affected by Helene. Rumor, FEMA does not have enough money to provide disaster assistance for Helene.
FEMA doesn't have enough money to. That is bullshit.
FEMA has enough money right now for immediate response and recovery needs. If you were affected by Helene, do not hesitate to apply for disaster assistance as there is a variety of help available for different needs. So one of the things running around right now is that Biden and Harris have said no more FEMA money. So there was a vote in Congress lately, and every Republican voted against additional FEMA funds. And they went to the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, who's a huge MAGA asshole, and they said, shouldn't you bring Congress back to vote on more funds for FEMA? And he said, nope, we're going to wait until after the election. Who does that hurt, Nick?
the people being affected by this shit.
Correct.
Right.
So who does Mike Johnson not give a fuck about?
Everybody in those red states.
Correct. FEMA is asking for cash donations and turning away volunteers.
No.
This is false. FEMA does not ask for or generally accept any cash donations or volunteers for disaster response. We do encourage people who want to help to volunteer with or donate cash to reputable, voluntary, or charitable organizations. I don't know, like maybe the United States Red Cross.
Right. Like, there's so many other. Okay, can you go in? Does FEMA have a About Us page?
Let me see. About.
We are FEMA.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency employs more than 20,000 people nationwide. Headquartered in Washington, D.C., we have 10 regional offices located across the country. We leverage a tremendous capacity to coordinate within the federal government to make sure America is equipped to prepare for and respond to disasters.
All right, so let's break that down quickly. Right? This is a federal level.
Yep.
Right? Which this isn't by state. This is the highest blanket. Okay. And when we talk about this, we're going to get into political things. But
Yep.
okay, so this is a federal level. The United States military is a federal
Correct.
employer. Okay. This is a federal employer, right?
Mhm.
It's an emergency. So when emergencies happen, FEMA comes in. So, hey, we need to take care of this. The Boston bombing, the Oklahoma City bomb, FEMA will come in, they will do their thing. Like tornadoes in uh Tornado Alley,
Oklahoma.
all those types of hurricanes that come through. Whether it's on the fucking Gulf, whether it's in Florida, whether it's, North Carolina, things like that. Like FEMA comes in. Again, this is a federal 20,000 employees on a constant on the ready to act and prepare, right?
When's the first time you can recall hearing FEMA?
Oh, I was a young kid. I mean, honestly, I don't know, but
I will tell you the first time I recall,
yeah,
it was Hurricane Katrina,
I
which was like, what, 2006?
yeah,
ish?
I feel like mine was before that.
I mean, it's possible.
Just, but right, like yeah, I say, and they're just, and it might be honestly, it's just 2006 is so long ago in our life, right? In my
Well, and
life, but
this is something that shocked me. Do you know when FEMA was put into
long time ago, like 18. No, say like it's forever ago.
1979? I was
Yeah.
2 years old. Jimmy Carter was the president.
Yeah, and but right, like as this, it's so the FEMA will go in for we had him on. Oh my gosh, Callahan.
Yeah.
Adam Callahan?
I don't know.
Sorry, anyway, right?
Yeah, Callahan. Forest fires.
Yes, forest fires.
Yeah.
FEMA will go in for those.
We need to get him back on.
Yes, FEMA will do these types of things. And so right, like this isn't like it's funny because everybody, oh my gosh, this is not a fucking charity event
Oh my
thing
God, I did not notice this.
where you
FEMA can
volunteer.
be traced back to 1803.
Right, that's what I thought. Like I said, I told you 18 something.
Yeah.
But like, right, this isn't a fucking volunteer. Hey, we put a group of moms together to make you guys brownies. Okay, this is an actual put together business. Sure, it's run by the government, so it's not going to be perfect, but like, right, they're doing things to try to impact to make things go the right way.
Yeah, so that
And
when
yes.
you're affected by one of these disasters that you are taking care of initially.
And they're taking action right away, right? Like they don't give a fuck. I want to be honest. I don't give a fuck about your house. I can be rebuilt
Yeah.
with people, right? I give a fuck about you and if you're healthy and if you're safe, right? Like I don't care about your car that got flooded and washed away. Guess what? We can replace that. Everything is replaceable, but you, right? You're not replaceable. You're the only thing in life that is not replaceable.
You lean more right than I do.
I do.
And I lean more left than you do.
Yes.
So if I'm in trouble, are you going to sit there and say, hey, are you right or left?
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. That's the first thing I do.
Yeah.
Like, if you're wearing a MAGA shirt, So we were on vacation.
Yes.
I don't know if I've told you this
I
story.
don't think you have.
My daughter. Okay, so here, this is a true Nick Watkins fucking story. All right, so my wife and I were, and my daughter were out in Colorado. We're at a very nice dinner.
Mhm.
Okay, $50 plus steaks.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're finishing our night, and a lady ends up choking on her meal.
Yes.
And so instantly, right? I'll give the bar manager credit. Boom, instant. Somebody call 911. I'm local. Blah blah blah. I hop on the phone, calling 911. Right? Uh, Colorado, where we were, you suck at answering the phone for fucking emergencies. But whatever. It took a while. Anyway, so one person's from the family. It's a family of like 7. Let's call it that. They're
Mhm.
trying to give the Heimlich. Whatever. Trying to get next person fucking tries to give Heimlich. She's doing all the things. Granted, I am a medical first responder, right? For schools, for
Yep.
things like that.
You had to take first aid.
Yes, I've done it before. I don't want to do it.
Yep.
So then all of a sudden, the lady goes, "Hey, we have my wife knows what it's called. It's like an anti-choke mask.
Okay. Yeah.
So you put it on you pull and it pulls the fucking thing out. Courtney's getting pissy because they're not using it correctly. Whatever. Again, my wife is a medical, right? She
Yeah.
knows how to fucking do all of this.
Right.
And so then, but Emerson's kind of watching all of this and doing whatever. And so we are looking at Emerson. We're like, "Hey, you've done well. You stayed out of the way. You did everything you needed to. We allowed people to get there, the right people." Anyway, the lady is fine. Somebody came in. They did the right thing. Boom, underneath. And Emerson's like, my daughter asks us questions. Hey, why didn't you go do it if you know what you're doing? Blah, blah. Like, I have a lot to lose in my life. Their family is first a ability to do what they need to
Mhm.
do. If I do it wrong, if I do it and save a life, and she feels like I touched a boob while I did, like I have things to lose. Sure, you would think everybody would cheer for you, but there is so much to lose in life. And
There
it's
are
not
good Samaritan laws, but it doesn't necessarily absolve you of everything.
correct. But anyway, but all I'm saying is, right, we're at the point where it's like, hey, there's enough people around that I'm not going to go crowd it. And I'm trying to explain to her, hey, if you're not literally the person next to it, and even if you are, and if you don't feel comfortable, you can create the space, right? Hey, everybody get the fuck out of the way, right? Everybody move. This is what's going to happen. And so, right, like I have no problem jumping down, CPR. I have no problem doing anything to create something. But anyway, so it looks like it's handled and things. But now it's been 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it's been. My daughter will not eat solid food. She has not been eating. She's scared to death. It's things like that. But that being said, like I don't have a clue what that lady was, right?
Mhm.
Like I got told what to do, right? Somebody yelled hot, call 911. Boom. I don't ask questions, right? I do know that she's choking, so at least I have some knowledge. I
You
also
probably know what color she is.
she was purple. But
You don't know if she's gay.
I know nothing.
You don't know if she's right or left.
Know nothing about that,
You
right?
don't know if she has 4 fingers on her right hand.
Couldn't tell you. She was the table next to me, right? Literally not far, but right, it didn't matter. Like all I know is, and I look at a person. And I said, "Boom! Here's what's gonna happen." I'm on the phone.
Mhm.
What's the address here? This road. Okay, right. I ended up getting on finally after hours, minutes, whatever. It felt like forever. Oh, hey, we actually have somebody en route to there. And I said, great, I'm glad to hear that somebody beat me to the phone call. Like, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
And so I got my family in the car and we took off, like, as they were pulling down this. They had to make a U-turn. We were like, yeah, I'm not going to be stuck in here, right?
Right.
Because there's nothing we can do. It's shitty as that sounds, right? Like, nothing. And so it's just, you have to understand that, like, I don't care what color I don't, I'm here to save a life.
Mhm.
Every life matters to me for the most part.
Yeah, you're just there to help.
That's exactly
You
it.
don't sit there and ask about what is in it for me or
Right.
what type of person are
Hey,
you.
that's what the fuck she ate.
Again,
Is she a vegan? I don't give a fuck.
she could have murdered 15 people. You don't fucking know because you're not sitting around waiting to hear about it.
Right. Just there to help.
Somebody's in trouble. You're trying to help,
Yep.
which
So
is what you're supposed to fucking do.
you're supposed to, but most people don't. So, but yeah, no, I think that, well, the funny thing is to me, again, very I say I'm more Republican and things like that, but a lot of things that come out of my mouth, especially on here, are not. But like, you know, it's when Republicans open their mouth and say, "Oh, these people have failed," but then there's Republicans that go, "Hey, no, we have the money that we need. No, we have they reacted in a very quick time." I'm always somebody to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
My wife and I are talking about this right now. There's a pretty famous TikTok person that goes to their kid goes to our school, and my wife follows this person,
Mhm.
enjoys what they have to say, but and I kind of gave her shit a little bit in the beginning. It was like, you gonna go be all fucking fangirl and blah blah. And then I was like, why aren't you? Well, I don't want it to be that. And I was like, why? I was like, you don't know if that person's struggling at this moment.
Yeah.
Like they're not like their kid goes to our school. We're not billionaires, right? Like, so and like no disrespect, it's not about what you drive, but like these people and the things that they kind of talk about, they're not sitting on billions at this moment.
Mhm.
Like you don't know if they're struggling to make this video. You don't know what like you hear go up and just say, "Hey, I want to let you know that I watch and I really appreciate what's going on." You don't have to make it awkward. You don't have to do whatever. But my wife won't go do that. I'm like,
She
why?
totally should.
Right. Like you need to make that impact to let somebody else know
So
that something's happening.
let's take a tangent.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let me ask you something honestly.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Do you feel successful in your parents' eyes?
No.
Do you feel like they're proud of you?
My mom, no. Or completely?
Yeah.
No.
Like if a stranger went up to him and said, "Hey,"
stranger?
yeah, would they say,
A stranger, yes. A non-stranger, no.
"Okay"?
So, right. Okay, so my mom will tell you, "Hey, Nick's doing really well. She's doing whatever." If she were to talk to you, she'd be like, "Yeah, but he's just got to fucking stop that drinking. He's drinking too much."
It's always backhanded.
Always, it'll be good, but it'll always be backhand, right? My dad, I fuck couldn't care less, right?
So,
Tell you the proudest moment of my life, right?
Hmm.
My grandma was still around, and she just said, "Oh, I really hope that someday one of my family members tells me that they're a millionaire." And I was a millionaire at 27 years old. I'm not afraid to admit it, right? And I looked at her, and I remember the day I looked at her and I said, "Hey, Grandma, I think my net worth is officially like $1.1 million." And she's like, and just the smile on her face and the idea, like, that,
Yeah.
hey, somebody has done it. And somebody's willing to open up. Like, I'm pretty sure my aunt's worth that kind of money as well, right? Different ways of getting there.
yeah.
But like she'll never tell somebody, like that kind of a thing. But like, yeah, yeah.
So,
She hinted towards me one time. She was like, "Oh, wait till you join the millionaire club." And I was like, "Fuck, I've been there for like 2 years." Like when she made the comment, like I'd already I'm like, "Okay, yeah, cool. I can't wait."
so
But
I don't know if I told you this, but I think I did. When we looked at that house for Caitlin,
the house, yeah, yeah,
and I said we should light it on fire.
yeah.
Did I tell you my mom's reaction?
No.
So Caitlin called.
Oh, that's right. If your dad was somebody
If
else,
your dad could fix things, great, but he's not good at that.
Oh.
So of course, I take it to where I think it's supposed to go. Oh, so I'm a shitty son and I'm a shitty father. Great. Appreciate it. So I went down for hospital troop on Thursday. And
Bronson,
Bronson.
nice.
And my car needed an oil change, so I stop at Midway to drop it off, and she meets me there with the Oldsmobile. And
Yeah.
she goes, "Take the Oldsmobile, I'll take your car home." Are are you sure? She goes, "Yep, I'll be fine." I'm like, "Okay." So I meet Mike up.
She has the same car, right?
I mean, she has an Equinox, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I meet Mike up at Bronson. We do the troop. We had this little 5-year-old girl that was just so fucking excited to see us, and it made the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And she was happy to get the toys that we brought and the cards and everything, and it was just awesome. And Mike and I dressed down, and we're sitting there in the room talking for a few, and I get a text from my mom, and all it says is, "Just remember, I love you." I went, "That's weird."
Right. Okay. Thanks, Mom.
She doesn't text that out of the blue. So we leave the room and we get to our cars and we hug each other goodbye. And I go throw my shit in the Oldsmobile and I call my mom to let her know I'm headed to your place now. And she's telling me about some shit going on. And then she's like, "Just remember, I love you." I'm like, "All right, that's fucking weird. That's the second time you've said that. Why are you saying that?"
Yeah.
"Well, I went to put your car in the garage." I'm like, "Why would you put my car in your garage?"
Oh, what the fuck did she hit?
and I hit the side of the garage. So she scraped the shit out of my fucking car. And I'm trying not to lose it. And I'm like, all right, I have bigger issues to fucking worry. I don't care. I
Right.
just don't fucking care.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I'll pay for it. I'm like, you know what? I have other shit that may need to be paid for. I don't fucking care about my car right now. Let's not talk about it. So
Right.
what does she do? Continues to talk about it.
Of course, because she feels bad and she wants.
And all you're doing is pissing me off now.
Right. And people need to learn, and she hasn't learned yet. But
And I'm
yes.
like, listen, I don't want to talk about it, Mom. Shit happens. It's an accident. Fucking move on.
Let's see.
So I get over there and I look at it, and it's scraped. I think we can buff most of it out, but it's scraped.
Sure.
And she wants to go back. Mom, I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay, you made a mistake. It's not like you tried to do it. I don't want to fucking talk about it. All right.
Right.
And I've said it, I don't know, about 30 fucking times now. So now I'm even more fucking annoyed because I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
And I'm sitting there and I'm on the way home and I'm fucking furious. I'm not necessarily furious that she fucked my car up. I'm furious that she can't give me what I need, which is please don't talk about this shit any fucking more. Because now I'm leaning back into I'm a shitty son because I can't just sit there and take whatever you're saying. I need you to fucking just chill out and not talk about this. Just don't fucking talk to me about it.
Well, and the hard part is right. Like, I love you. Just remember, I love you, even though I fuck up.
Yep.
You're supposed to still love me,
Right.
right? And the real truth is like, hey, I want to let you know, I fucked up. It doesn't mean I don't love you. I didn't do it on purpose.
Yep.
And I'm very proud of you. And I will gladly get this fixed for you.
What I could have used at that time was, David, you're going to be mad, but I hit your car against the garage.
Right.
It's not that bad. I'll pay for it.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
It's-
End of fucking story.
Not even just that. Like, it's fixable.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it. When can you come over for dinner?
End of fucking story.
Yeah, say right.
But I don't get that.
No, you get the whole runaround of no.
And of course, I've been very down lately. I mean, you know.
Yep. And it's like another thing just piled on, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
And I mean, Caitlin's going through a bunch of shit. I mean, she went to the ER last week, and I mean, we've just had such a shit time.
Yep.
Part of me bought those tickets to make myself feel better.
Yeah, of course.
So all I heard from Dawn, Caitlin, and Christy since I bought those tickets is, yeah, the dad of the year. Great move. She's going to be so happy. And
You'll never feel it.
I don't feel it.
I know, and I'm sorry.
But it's nice to hear it.
It is.
It does make me feel a little bit better that maybe I did something really good.
But, and this is why I post on Facebook, and this is why you need to, right? But like, you need to take the selfies. You need to remind yourself. Like, people ask me all the time, why do I have pictures from so long ago? It's because those are the memories I've created and the memories I want to remember, right? Because guess what? You know what? You're going to be the greatest for a very small period of time, and your
Mhm.
kids are going to talk about it. And then you'll become the greatest again for the Eras tour. But like, it's going to take a month or two to get there, but like,
Well, and I got a phone call a couple days ago from Steve
yeah,
because it popped up in my memories, me talking about the people that made me the coach I am.
yeah,
And I talked about Steve and a couple other coaches I had in high school, and I was very complimentary to Steve.
yeah.
And I get a phone call out of the blue.
It was in his memories.
It was, but he didn't realize it was in his memories. He thought I posted it that day.
Oh,
And he's like, I can't thank you enough for what you wrote. I'm like, Steve, it's all true. And yeah, I wrote it a year ago, but it doesn't make it any less true today
no.
than it did a fucking year ago. I mean, I'm the coach I am because of the man he was. I mean, again, I was a bit player on a really good fucking team. I did my part.
Yep.
But I was a backup. It's not like I was a great football player. I was a backup and I did the things I was asked to do.
Yep.
And Steve always made me feel important.
That's
And
it.
he was the only one that made me feel important all the time.
Well, it's and my kid isn't here, right, and stuff like that. But like, I have a JV team and I have a varsity team, and I have no problem. But like, one of the trophies I gave out was to one of my JV kids, who boom, he's stepping up into another grade, and it's like, hey, you are a representation of what this group needs, sees, and should do. And you are leading this to say, hey, I'm going to be here in the next coming years, right? And it's like, man, I have no problem. Like, I I won a state championship, right? It's something I'm going to brag about for a very long time, right? And it's something but it's because I can do those things, right? I'm going to build every person up, right? The conversations I have isn't, oh, you fucking better do good. No, it's, hey, when this happens, this is how we're going to react, right? When you get a lane that breaks down, you're going to just enjoy your time and shoot the shit and just realize, hey, shit happens. I don't give a fuck if you're the front seven, right? As again, we talked about it. I've had front 10 and people talk to me, right? Oh, he's gonna get it. If people fuck around. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna go back up there and shoot that shot, right? Like, and why? Because I've had coaches in my life that have created me to understand, hey, you're the one that focuses on that shot and create that shot, right?
Well, you know, and I talked to Marv a lot going into the conversation with Chris.
Yeah, let's say
Because he's my longtime assistant.
yeah.
And I asked him specifically, I said, did I ever yell at you? And he goes, no, never. And the more important question, I said,
You know why?
why?
Because when we played fucking catch across from each other, we never dropped the ball.
We never did.
None of us.
No.
Because we know how to play catch.
Yes.
You guys don't play that in fucking Coopersville, do you?
We don't. Because we don't have to. They know how to catch. But I asked Marv at one point, I said, did you ever feel like you weren't acknowledged? He goes, I can honestly tell you, I always felt like I got my due. I said, you know, the only award I gave out yearly that I honestly gave a shit about was the Coaches Award. I said, which after the first season, I renamed the Marv Johnson Coaches Award. I
Yeah.
said, it hangs on my wall because my daughter won it. And yes, she won it, but it hangs on my fucking wall because that's the only award I gave out that really meant shit to me.
Right.
Most improved is nice. You got better.
Oh.
MVP is nice. You meant a lot to the team. A coach's award is something different. That's something that, you know, we came together as coaches and said, all right, what do you think?
Right.
Who do you think embodies this award? And I named it after him because he was selfless and he cared and he was compassionate and he was giving and he was just everything you would want in a coach.
Right. So I enjoyed my time with Marv, right?
More than you'd enjoyed your time with me.
Oh, 110%.
Everybody says that. Marv was their favorite.
I like you. I love you, David. But
I love you.
I like Marv, okay? Like, let me be clear about this, right?
He was the best person I've ever coached with.
If you asked me, I never wanted to screw up for you. I knew if I screwed it up with Marv, because I remember Marv being on third base and
Yeah.
me being on first. And I'm sitting here going, oh, I can't wait to let David have it because I'm going to fucking send this girl. And I'm waiting for you to tell me that I screwed up. And I'm going to go, sure did. Shut up. You put me here. Right? Because I have the ability to make this decision.
Yeah.
Marv also has. And Marv's just going to be like, Nick, it's all right. And you're going to tell me how stupid I am. And which is fine because both are right. They're both right decisions to make. One's just a whole different way to come about things. Granted, I was smart enough; I never made those bad decisions, or this right. But like again, we talk about Priscilla, right?
Yeah.
Priscilla was this girl who
Faster than fast.
right. I mean, she was like an all-American fucking track star, right?
Yeah.
And this is like
Couldn't
not
play softball.
it's right. It's not a lie. She was I don't know if it was all-American, but she was all-state.
Yeah.
She was a track athlete. I mean, she could run one of the fastest 40s you've ever
If
seen.
you flipped a quarter, she'd be at first base before the quarter hit the ground.
Correct. And that was it. Like in this, and so like, dude, me sitting here going, oh, she's bunting. If she takes ball four, she's going to second. And sure, I'm getting away with it one time every time.
Yeah.
It's the second time I'm not getting away, but I'm sure as shit gonna try.
Yeah.
Right. And I, again, now you teach her to keep her head up. But like, that's a thing I'm always gonna take the yelling at you from. Why? Because guess what? She needs to learn because later in the season we're going to be all right.
Marv would make a decision.
Yeah.
Especially if I put him at third. He would make a decision.
Mhm.
And let's say it didn't work out right.
Yep.
He would come into the dugout and go,
My bad.
he goes, I had to try.
Yep.
And I'm like, yep, you did. Because the one thing Marv taught me that always made me understand things was, listen, if I send a kid, all they got to do is run hard.
Yep.
Somebody else has to field the ball cleanly, make a good throw. Somebody has to make that catch, and then somebody else has to make a good tag.
Yep.
4 things have to go right. All that kid has to do is run hard. That's it.
That's it.
And I never, from that point on, questioned a call when he sent a kid, whether they were out by 30 fucking steps or whether they were safe by an inch. It didn't matter to me because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking 4 things had to go right for that kid to be out.
Yeah.
He sent him. I trust it.
That's a great way to look at it, though.
It really is.
Right? It's because Marv's like 90 and he has wisdom of fucking Buddha.
Well, the other thing I learned at a coaching clinic was from Bill Edwards, who was a Hall of Fame coach from Hofstra. He goes, listen, you're going to make a decision in a game. And you have to be okay with the opposite thing happening. So if you decide, hey, we're taking away the 5-6 hole,
Mhm.
you have to be okay with now you're not covering up the middle.
Yep.
And if a kid comes up and rips a ball up the middle,
Say, yep.
you made the wrong call. But you're okay with that because you played the odds of this kid hits the ball in the 5-6 hole.
And you know what? That happened to me this year at the state tournament,
Mhm.
right? And there's a bunch of other aspects, and I'm not sure if I've ever shared it on air or whatever it is, but I had a kid who, right, just I mean he is legacy bowling, right? He really is. He's got 4 generations in his system. The greatest that's probably, if you want to ask, he's better than me,
Okay.
right? Especially at that age. Like, is he better than me at my prime? Not yet. I mean, nobody ever will be. But like, right? I mean, this kid is hit it, and he's a freshman. Not,
Yeah.
whatever. He's young, and so he struggled, and I knew taking him out was whatever. But like, I want his mental health.
Mhm.
I wanted his mental health to get into a position versus giving a fuck about the fact I knew his ability. And I knew that, hey, I'd take the loss, and it worked out. And he gained, and we built him up back enough. And so many things had to fall into place for this to happen. And then he comes out and shoots one open 260 something, like just kills it, right? Like, and did his exact job. But it was like, yeah, I'm gonna give up the greatest. Right. It's like being on a drunk beer league, having Barry Bonds going 0 for 2. You sit him for a second. Nobody's ever going to sit Barry Bonds, right?
No.
I'm not comparing this kid to like that, but like nobody's ever going to think that he can do this. But let's say, things happen in his life and he's just not up there giving a shit. And you give him a 2-second pep talk and say, all right, hey, I'm buy you a cheeseburger if you make this happen. And then it happens, right? And that's what made us go all the way through. Like just so many steps. Everything has to come into play. You're making the decisions beyond decisions that you never thought you'd make. I never thought I'd take an all-star out of a game.
Mhm.
An all-star, right? Like you can't make that stuff up. So, yeah. I'm excited to get down to Steve's. You and I will get together and figure out a date. FEMA, Republicans, Dems, you guys got to get your shit figured out. This isn't FEMA's federal. It's not political. Just because on a federal level doesn't mean it's a political fucking sense.
The
right?
thing that bothers me the most is nobody seems to want to actually help the people. Again,
they want to fight.
it's a fucking football game, and it shouldn't be a football game. Help the people. The people are begging for your fucking help.
Yep.
Let's help each other and stop turning this into fucking us versus them. It shouldn't be us versus them.
Right. That's it.
We're all fucking American. Well, United States of Americans.
Yep.
Because there's more than one America.
That's true.
But
There's South America.
in North America?
And we are in Canada, just North
Well,
America.
yeah. And Mexico's also North America and Central America. And Central America.
Yeah.
But again, we need to actually give a shit about each other,
Mhm.
and we're not there. And it's because everything out there is trying to divide us.
Mhm.
You need to stop listening to the bullshit.
Never felt so divided in my life.
Uh-uh.
So, but I know we got off topic quite a bit tonight, but I enjoyed the conversation.
I did too.
Say as always to Grand Rapids Brewing. Sorry you're gone. The Philanthropist. It was great. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family.
I think I enjoyed the caramel pumpkin the best.
Oh yeah, it was great.
But the We Be Jamming from Oddside was also very good. And Distel, we always love you. Thank you for being one of our first initial sponsors. Guys, thanks for joining us. We hope to be back next week or the week after.
Next week.
I will get the last episode up tomorrow. For those of you listening to us live, I will get this episode up early next week. And again, if you have ideas for shows, please hit us up. We want to talk about the things you want to hear about. We are Bucks and Brews. Thanks for joining.
You've dialed in.
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these
Because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and brews.
Brews.
Bucks and Brews.